This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys, this is Professor Olson. I'm doing the Friday critique of the logo sketches for week 2. First up, I'm gonna mention that a lot of you are not using the template. If you remember from the live session, this is what the template should look like. You should have your pencil sketches in a nice grid in the InDesign template. That's the best way to present them. Another point that I wanted to make is that your logo should follow this format of having an icon, an icon and logo type. If you remember from the lecture, icon, logo type. So don't combine them, and just writing out the word is not an option. That's not a logo. All right, so first up, Shailisha. We're going to do yours. So you're doing Stonehaven English Toffee, and I've got it open here. So I get the lion with the Union Jack. That's very British. I think that's one idea that could work. I like number 12, the castle on the stone mountain. I think some sort of combination of 2 and 3 might work if you use the deer, the stag in the frame, maybe. This little frame is kind of interesting as well. Maybe the stag would work in that. So I think some combination of stag with the frame could be an option for you. But again, you're not using the template. You're just giving big sketches on pieces of paper. Make sure you know how to use the InDesign template. Sabrina, you're not using the template, and you just posted all these. I'm not going to go through each one of them. I looked at them. Writing out the name of the company does not constitute a logo. You need to read the assignment, understand the instructions, and then we can give you a critique. So what you're looking for is an icon, a picture that represents this company, this brand, not just writing out the name. So more work to do. Take a look at that and review that. Farron, Boise, beef jerky. I like number 2, maybe number 7 and number 11 might be your best options. Don't do a word mark like this, combo mark, icon, logo type. All right, Ariel, you're doing Brittle Brick. Brittle Brick is a retro kind of candy for boomer types. I think this character has some potential. Perhaps there are other characters that would work as well, but just putting the ingredients together or pictures of the product, that's not really a logo icon, that's not conceptual. BB, I mean, the initials aren't that exciting either. So think of more of your keywords and what kind of characters or things you could develop to create an interesting icon. So I think you've got one option, you need 2 more at least. Romia, this is mint soap, which is a Japanese sort of beauty soap. Pictures of bars of soap with soap bubbles are not going to cut it. You need something that's more sort of beauty related, that's youthful. Japanese culture has lots of imagery that you could use. So think more along those lines and get out of the bar of soap. The mint leaves are an interesting element, you know, but not just a picture of this product. Also, you're not using the template. Josh or Jose, you're doing Osiris Coffee. Yeah, so I like number 9 for sure. I like number 6, maybe number 4. The Ankh is interesting, but it's like already a symbol for something else. Oh, I see you put the coffee bean in there. Yeah, number 3. I like the 3, but I don't want the type in there obliterating it. So 3, 6, 9, good options. Also, you're not using the template. Let's see. Corolla. So Monkey Tree, I like number 2. I like maybe number 4 and perhaps number 5. Yeah. So I think those are your 3 options that are best. Go with those. All right, Jade, you're providing. All right, so this is on line paper. It's not a particularly good photo, but you have a few ideas here. I like number 8. And I like number 2 and maybe number 4 as the 3 options. So make sure you know how to use the template and put them in there. Lyric, you're doing stone soup. So this is like a hearty homemade soup. That's the idea. If you look up the story of stone soup, that might be helpful to generate ideas. Down here I see number 11. It's definitely a good idea. Number 9 might work. And then I think you need one more. Just pictures of a stone bowl don't really cut it. Pictures of stone are definitely not appetizing. Ingredients are not very branded. So if you think about making this hearth and home kind of soup, maybe there's some other images you can come up with other than those 2. All right, in my section, all right, Dominic, you're doing Thor's coffee. The hammer with lightning bolts gives the idea of the energy in the coffee. Maybe this number 2 is the best one of those, but all 4 of these are really the same idea, just different configurations. And number 5 as well. I think this the symbol here that you used, number 10, is interesting, and I think you need one more idea. So see what else you can come up with. I think you're on the right path. You haven't completed your sketches, so keep going. John, you're doing Tortuga jelly beans. These are sort of adult flavored jelly beans, so maybe the turtle's a good idea as a character, but he should be more adult. He looks very kid-like, fun. I would do something that's a little more rough and ready. Think Pirates of the Caribbean, that kind of thing. Maybe you can come up with a couple of different characters instead of just the turtle. And then I wouldn't use ingredients like pineapple or coconut because it kind of like limits what flavor maybe it is. And number 10, the turtle in a hammock. Yeah, so vacation imagery maybe works so well, but I think you need a couple more ideas. All right, Isabella, you're doing Bermuda tea, which is a very traditional English tea from Bermuda. None of this reflects your creative brief. You need to reread your creative brief and understand it. I get that you're working on a tablet or something, so you need to bring this into InDesign and have everything organized and in your InDesign template. You're already working with color, which you should not be. So you need to follow the instructions and make sure you're watching the live session videos and paying attention to what's going on, because this is not going to meet the requirements for the assignment. Kim, you're doing, let's see. Oh yeah, this is chunk soap. So this is very manly soap. I think the bunny with the beard is kind of interesting as a tough guy. Maybe the soap on the tattoo on the arm is okay. And I think you need another idea. Bars of soap don't make a great logo. The hammer and soap doesn't make any sense. They're just 2 objects together. Bunny skating away on soap. Doesn't really relate to the brand. A little more hardworking guy, blue collar kind of thing. And you're showing me a photo of your screen. So you should know how to make a JPEG from InDesign. Make sure you understand how to do that and provide that instead of screenshots like this. Marcus, you're doing Wedgwood cookies. You clearly don't understand what Wedgwood is about. This is trees. Wedgwood is a very delicate, fancy China pattern, and that's what you should be looking at. So I'll just show you quick. Wedgwood imagery, and you see this kind of pattern, like this type of look, that's Wedgwood, not trees. So get a feel for that, and hopefully you'll come up with some ideas that will work for your logo, because none of these are branded in the right direction. Kenya Odessa tea, this is a tea from the Ukraine. I think you should dive into Ukrainian culture and imagery and see if you can come up with some references there that might provide some good imagery. All these are word marks or combo marks. That's not what the assignment wants. Remember, you're doing it like this, like an icon and then logo type. First the icon, then logo type. So think of icons that represent this Ukrainian tea, your Ukrainian grandmother. It's supposed to be comforting. Read your creative brief carefully so that you understand it. It's not just a matter of writing out the name. All right, so now we got Brad Tupimate tea. So the toucan, maybe it could be a character kind of thing. These other are just drawings of things. You want to create a unique concept for your logo. So if it's a teapot, what's special about it? How does it relate to your brand? So it's good to explore some imagery, but then you really got to pull it together and make an idea. So even the toucan has to be maybe a character, have some personality. Maybe there are other animals that would work as well as other characters. The picture of the rainforest by itself just doesn't really, the mountains doesn't cut it. You need to have something special, unique about it that makes it work. So dig a little deeper. You still got a couple more icons to go. All right, that's the Friday critique. I look forward to seeing your work in the future.